What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Johnny Cage. Now, I don't think Johnny Cage is for beginners. You can make it work with him, but I think he's more for experienced players or intermediate players that just, understand the game better. But you can definitely make him work, but I think the more experienced player will really understand the power of Johnny. Let's get into how to play the character. Now, Johnny is a pressure footsies character. That's what he was in the last game, and that's what he is in this one. So what he is meant to do is control this range right here. Johnny wants you to know that this is all his. Like this range right here, and if you start to disrespect him from even back here, that's when he throws this out. But we'll talk about that later. Now that we've established that this right here is all Johnny's, how does Johnny show that he owns this? Now, first he has this good mid to check you right here. While it doesn't have speed, it has range. This is just meant to check. Think like Baraka. He throws his mid out, he wants to check you in like this range. Like right there. And he can also use this to check you as well, but he has to know that you're conditioned. And this is where his pressure starts, off of that move right there. So first, let's talk about his basic combo, and then I'll show you how all of this ties together. Now, the easy combo he has is this right here. Get a nut punch, and then you just need nut punch again. And the other way to do it is like this. That way is way harder, but once you practice it consistently, you can get it down. You do the kick into that right there. It's a little finicky, but you gotta find the sweet spot for it. Now, I found the sweet spot for it before, but now it's like, you see that I'm getting it I'm getting it pretty consistently now. So you see that it has a sweet spot to it, and once you get that down, you will be fine. Now, if you land the combo off of this string right here, it can get you some pretty good damage. So you can basically do what you want, get a grab in, or check them with a down one after, and then get some of your pressure started, all that stuff. Trust me, it's way more consistent than it looks. When I was playing Johnny, I was able to get it most of the time, but now I'm kind of out of practice with it. But just keep practicing it, and you'll get it down. Like practice it like 5 times in a row, and then you'll be fine. So back to explaining what Johnny does. He owns this area right here. You check them with this right here, and the low. All this range right here, you want to show that you own this. It's not about mixing the opponent up, it's about making the opponent be still. So you can go in for your grabs and all that good stuff. So if they're not respecting you at this range, you start throwing this out. Now if they block this, you're -5. So you're safe, but they will try to grab you, and it's their turn after they block this. But if they try to grab you, just jump and get a punish in. You can jump, do that, and then get your punish. Next thing, once you have them conditioned that, hey, I'm gonna do this knee right here, don't press any buttons, that's when this game starts. Now this string is way better than people think. And this string is actually what made me realize Johnny is actually somewhat of a problem. He's better than I thought he was. So this string right here, let's set the forward to block. It is an amazing stagger string. I'm gonna have a video probably about staggers more in depth, but basically what staggers are is when you stop your pressure because the other person is scared of the next move. So off of this move right here, they could be scared of the kicks, so you could just do this and then grab. And then also after this, the way you keep the pressure up is you throw that out. That's +3. And also that's a stagger. So he can do this right here, and oh, you thought I was gonna throw the things. The fireballs, we was gonna call them that, I don't remember. But you thought I was gonna throw them, so I'm just gonna stop and then grab. So this string gives him 2 very good staggers, and this is what he starts to play his game off of. Like, am I gonna do this? Oh, nope, I didn't let the kicks rock, grab. All right, now let the kicks rock, what are you gonna do? I know you're scared of the projectile. And then it's like, all right, I did the projectile, now I'm +3. So it's like, well, dang. So this character, you know, he has some decent pressure. It's not anything Liu Kang level, but it's pretty decent. So yeah, off of those kicks, repeat it real quick. Off of these kicks right here, if you know they start blocking, you play the stagger game and all that, and if they get hit, you just confirm into your big damage, like that. Now let me explain what you should do off of his other pressure moves. Now, his other pressure moves are this right here and this right here. Both of those enders are +6. That's kind of, you know, amazing. +6 is very good in this game. So what he can do is he can do that and then start checking you with pokes if he wants to. He doesn't really have any good mids, so it's not that amazing. If he had, well, he has good mids, but not fast mids. So if he had some very fast mids after this, it would be kind of ridiculous. But you can still enforce the respect. Like, you can go in and start pressing buttons. You're +6. And the thing is, I think they didn't give him good mids because they wanted you to try to challenge this. Because you can challenge this because he doesn't have any, well, I need to stop saying he doesn't have good mids. He doesn't have fast mids. So because he doesn't have fast mids, people are gonna try to challenge after this. So what you wanna do is just let this rock, and you're gonna be faster than the other opponent. So if they throw something out, you wanna kind of play this range right here and be like, okay, they press something, not that. They press something, oh, knee. Or they press something that's very, you know, punishable, you throw out this and get a punish. So off of this, you enforce respect. And then once you have the respect of this move, you can start doing jump ins, start walking in and do what you want. Also, when you know that they're scared of this move right here, that's when you can start throwing this out into grab. Or vice versa that. Once they're scared of the plus frames, you can get respect off of that move right there. And then just go in with the grabs. Johnny is all about making you respect him as a character. Now, speaking of respect, if somebody doesn't respect Johnny from like this range right here, that's when you can start throwing this out. Like, no, you're gonna be still. And that move makes them, if they're respecting it, be still and block like this. So that gives you a chance to start walking up if they start to respect it. Now, obviously, this is like, I think it's more high risk, low reward, to be honest, but just to check them, you know, you can throw it out, especially if somebody's really not respecting you. We're gonna talk about Johnny's corner game. And notice there's no crush and blow segment in this video because Johnny's crush and blows are trash, all of them. Now, in the corner with Johnny, you want to get a prop up with nut punch into these jabs right here. So we're gonna do it off of this thing right here. That's the main combo you do with Johnny. 4 jabs into it is way more consistent, but you can do 5. So you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or like that, whichever one you want to do. And you can end it like this. If you just want, you know, a little more damage, but I think this way is better. Me personally in the corner, I like ending it in the nut punch And I think you should do that as well because you're +5, so you can start down 1 checking into grab. That's what Johnny does after nut punch, basically, since he doesn't have amazing mids. Or if you know they're scared of the down 1 after the nut punch, you can just do that right away. So a good sequence can look something like, all right, I hit him from right here. Oh, they didn't respect me. You know, just something like that. Or something like, all right, I got the combo. Oh, they were mashing, walk back, and punish them like that. No, that's just how you play Johnny. You got to enforce that respect and then make them press buttons so you can just punish them. And that's everything you need to know about Johnny. Johnny is a way better character than I thought. I thought he was around bottom 5 tier until I started to play him a little more and got used to him. He's a very solid character, good in MK11. He can play the game just fine. Just got to work a little bit harder than, you know, the very good characters and way harder than the top tiers. But it's not that much harder. It's just that he doesn't have anything too abusable. And his zoning is really good. Forgot to mention that. Zoning is actually very good. It's fast, but the second hit's not a mid, and that kind of hurts him a bit if he meter burns it. So to quickly recap what I just explained, Johnny is a good character, but you're gonna have to work harder than the rest of the cast that are above him if you want to play him very well, because he doesn't have things that you can just abuse. But don't let that, you know, stop you from playing him if you like the character, because you can definitely make him work. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and check out my Patreon, and Nickopz out.